What's up, YouTube? What's up, family? CDL family, trucker family, ladies and gents. I'm here to talk about saving today. A lot of people that get their CDL, and you see the ads, you hear from word of mouth about people making good money, people buying this and buying that, and living basically a good life. You're traveling on the road within the United States. It can be a pretty good life for some people, right? It can be a pretty devastating life for people that have families. It's just about where you're at in life and how you can manage being a truck driver over the road and still being able to manage a healthy family life at home. Some women understand, some men understand, because there's plenty women now over the road that's driving, which is pretty awesome thing, because when I first started driving, like, you didn't see much women out here, which I understood, because when I first started driving, I was pretty young. Actually, I was 23. I'm 33 right now, and the woman I seen was no comment. But I just say that to say that it's all different walks of life into truck driving. But before I get off track, I want to talk about saving. When you guys get your CDLs, starting out getting your CDL, it's pretty. If you don't have, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all completely. If you don't have connections, if you don't have a handful of people that already have their CDLs, that already have people that's in the industry, that like family, friends, or somebody been at a company for 20 years and their word is good enough. If you don't have those type of people in your corner, I will say this: it's going to be very difficult for you to find a good paying job that's making between 80 to 100,000 a year. It's just impossible to first get your CDL and basically catch one of those decent paying jobs. I say that to say because of the experience. A lot of companies won't hire you because it's a risk. It's just like when you just got your driver license at 15 and 9 months or 16 years old. Your insurance is going to be pretty high. Why? Because you're new to the road. You're a high risk. So with that being said, the insurance is going to be pretty high. Basically, what the insurance companies are doing is banking that you're going to fuck up probably once in the blue moon. You're gonna have some fender benders, or you're gonna get a lot of tickets because you're new. They're just like if you bought a truck or bought a car and somebody that don't have experience, you just let them. You're 9 times out of 10. A lot of men love their cars just like a lot of women love their cars, but you're not gonna put somebody in your vehicle that you love, that you work hard to get, for that don't have any experience. You're just not gonna do it, in fear that they may crash, or they may hurt themselves or hurt somebody else, or get tickets or whatever. So that's kind of how the insurance thing works, right? So that's how the companies work when it comes to hiring drivers, right? That's why you got your Swift, your CR Englands, your Steven Transports, your CRST, like all that, etc. All these training companies, you have to basically hit the road. And honestly, it's okay to hit the road. Why? Because you get the experience. If you've never been to the West Coast, you're going to experience the West Coast. You've never been to the East Coast, you're going to experience the East Coast. You've never been to the Midwest. You're traveling through 3 to 4 different time zones within a week of time. And it's not a bad thing. You get the experience, being in the mountains. Like, you're a real truck. See, it's a definition between a real truck driver and just a truck driver. A truck driver is somebody that go probably regional, but when you start hitting the mountains, oh, you're a real truck driver. That's why my name Big Trucking. I done did it all. In fact, I even thought about ice road trucking. That's how really true and dedicated I am to this. Because of the simple fact is what I've been doing since 23. I couldn't figure it out. I said, man, I think I want to learn how to drive a truck because I couldn't drive a stick shift at first. You feel me? So I know I'm all over the place, and I'm sorry, y'all, but I just had a lot on my mind that I really had to get off my chest because I see it's a lot of truck drivers out here, man. And the thing is, I'm happy because if you can't name anything. You can't name 5 things that truck drivers don't haul. You know what I'm saying? Anything from cars to light poles to the cement that we drive on. Like, a truck driver is hauling it to the homes you live in, to the cell phones you're talking on, to the food we eat. You know, truck drivers haul everything, you know, and I think we're very unappreciated in society. Just like, you know, veterans, they're very unappreciated in society. I'm not gonna say as a majority, but it's very few people that don't know, you know, what certain veterans been through, you know, especially when they get deployed and everything, man. Like, I salute y'all. Shout out to the veterans. I love you guys, man. For woman, female, male, boy, whatever you want to call yourself, man. Male, man, whatever. I love you. I salute you. I support you, man. But why I started this video, because I want to talk to y'all about saving, right? Because I had this issue. You know, here it is, I'm 23 years old, driving, I'm working these jobs, you know, trying to figure it out what I want to do. It was kind of scary at first because I'd never been outside of the East Coast, you know, but when I started driving, you know, it was kind of, you know, scary and stuff like that. But, you know, I was young, you feel me? And I didn't really get to experience life yet. So I blew a lot of money. I'm talking about a lot of money. I started making money probably about 24 to 25. I want to say 25 to 26. That's when I started seeing some real money. So when I started seeing this real money, you got to realize, just like an NBA player getting drafted from high school, and they go straight to the NBA, and nobody's talking to them about money, nobody's talking to them about taxes, nobody's talking to them about nothing. They just getting this money. I mean, I don't know if they have guys to talk to them, but I'm just saying, like, as an example. So a lot of times these guys don't have that, you feel me? So I know I didn't have that, you know, so I didn't know about, you know, taxes and stuff like that. I kind of knew about it, but I'm like, fuck that shit, I'll pay it later. So I wanted to have fun because I was over the road for months at a time. I was young, you know. I seen guys that look weird as a mug on the road, and I'm just by myself. I'm lonely. I'm bored. I'm trying to find things to do. You know, I got all this money and I don't know what to do. So when I come home, oh, it was a wrap. I called the whole city up. Everything on me. We going out buying tables, buying bottles, buying everything. And I see the smile that it put on my peers' face, my family face, that they were able, that they're dealing with their daily struggles and they're dealing with certain things, you know, in their day-to-day life. So what it did to me is my heart grew to gravitate towards satisfying other people, because they don't understand what it did for me just to see them happy, you know. And ultimately in life, we all want to be happy. When I say that was the biggest mistake I ever made in my life, that is the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life. Why? Because I've blew so much money. I've lost so much opportunities, and half of those people that I was taking out doing this, that, and the other, I can't call them and say, hey, let me get $20. Hey, let me get this, that, and the other. So I say this to say, when you in this industry, right, and you start getting some real money, it's three ways that you're going. It's three compartments when making money that you have to take heed to when it comes to saving money, right? You have to take a percentage out for your maintenance, right? If you're a contractor, if you work for a company, it's okay. But if you're a contractor, you have to take money out for your savings, for maintenance. You have to take money out for your taxes. You have to take money out for your bills, and the rest of the money is basically for your savings to get another truck, to make an investment, right? And but first of all, don't forget, you have to pay yourself first. Don't forget to pay yourself first. You pay yourself a percentage first, right? But those three compartments is mean for maintenance, for taxes, and you know what I'm saying, to pay yourself for bills and stuff like that. You know, you have to really take that into consideration, because a lot of people lost businesses because they didn't have the money to fix their trucks. A lot of people lost businesses because they couldn't keep up with the taxes. A lot of people lost businesses because they didn't have enough money to sustain their lifestyle or to sustain the truck itself. So this is coming from my perspective. You know, you have to save money on the road. Just because you see the billboards all up like the McDonald's, you got to realize it's a mind thing. They mind. I want to say the F word, but they mind effing you, because if you think like, hey, I ain't gonna eat no meat for a week, so I'm driving. You see 5 or 6 McDonald's billboards with the Big Mac and the juicy quarter pounder, and you like, damn, I'm really hungry right now. Fuck it, I'm gonna stop at Exit 62 just to get a McDouble or whatever. And then you notice that you stopping at the truck stop and you getting this, that, and the other. You stopping here, you buying this, that, and the other. And the thing is, once you realize every penny add up, before you know it, you like, where my money go? But all these little pennies add up. So you have to be considerate. You have to be honest with yourself to say, okay, cool, this is where my money is going. I need to change that. So this is my thing. Have a budget. You feel me? Not only just I'm talking to contractors because I've been contracted for so long, but I'm really talking to the newbies into trucking, right? Because it's not easy. It's not easy managing money out on the road, because sometimes you could lose your sanity being away from home, being away from family, because you're out here on the road and you're driving. You know, you're driving. You're just driving. You see road. You may interact with people. You may see crazy people. You may see good people. But you just away from home and you're driving on the road. And sometimes you can get out of touch with society. Thank God for apps like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, etc. Because they keep you more in tune with, you know, reality. So the good thing is, they have a lot of apps out here, you know, that help you with these type of things. And I don't want to keep babbling on, but this is something that I, you know, by driving for, you know, about almost 8-9 years, that I've experienced for myself. So if you're new to this, just look, when you come in, have a budget. I don't give a fuck if you get 5,000 in 1 week. Pay yourself $1,000. Just example. I don't give a fuck. You pay yourself $200-$300. Pay yourself $1,000. Take that put it to the side, because you don't need all that. You know, have a budget. Have a budget for your bills. Have a budget for your maintenance. Have a budget for your savings. You know, your retirement. Everything. Just set it all up. Have a budget. You can have 5 different budgets coming off a settlement, because guess what? The quicker you get it, the quicker you can lose it also. And I had to learn this. Nobody taught me this. Nobody put this on YouTube to say, all right, this how you save money. This, that, and the other. So all I'm gonna say is, if you're new to trucking, don't let the hype fool you. You can make the money, but can you keep the money? The goal is to make the money and keep the money, not make the money and spend the money. You feel me? That's the goal. The more you can save, the longer you'll be trucking. That's the secret. A lot of truckers not gonna tell you that, because a lot of older truckers don't want us out here for real. Because that's why you see the signs, say no to cheap freight, which I agree with 100%. Fuck that. Say no to cheap freight. But I will say, you have to manage your money on the road. You have to, whether you're working for a company or whether you're working for yourself, a contractor. You have to save your money. You can't just blow your money. And if you got a habit or a struggle that you spend your money on, listen, budget that motherfucker. Budget. You have to budget. Or guess what? You're going to be chasing your tail and you ain't going to get nowhere. You know? So that's just my little 2 cents on saving out here while you're on the road. Because the money is not always guaranteed. Every truck driver, I don't care if you've been driving 20, 30, 40 years, every truck driver will tell you, you can have a good month, you can have a good 3 weeks straight. You getting 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, whatever the number is. But that next month, 3,000, 2,000, 500, 250. Oh, it happens. It happens. And guess what? If you're blowing all that money, then what? You're panicking. You're doing all this. So this is why it's important to save your money. Because guess what? It happens. It does happen. Trucks break down. It's not a matter of if your truck break down. It's when your truck break down. I don't give a shit if you got a 2035 Peterbilt. It's going to go down. It's only a matter of time. The amount of time is on the road, the matter of time you driving, doing this, that, and the other, it's going to go down. It happens. It's the nature of the business. It's like the Beauty and the Beast. You know what I'm saying? It's the nature of the business. It happens. So, all I'm going to say is, do your due diligence. Do your research, right? And there's thousands of videos out here on tutorials on, you know, rookie drivers and, you know, what to expect when you're out here on the road. But I want you guys to really take heed into when you start seeing some real money or some money or just any money. Save your money. Do not ever blow your bag out here on the road. Because it might be for some of you and it might be not. But don't ever leave a company or don't ever leave the truck without having nothing, that without working all these hours on this road and you don't have nothing to show for. I'm a prime example. Because I was younger, you know, and I just thought that, oh, all this money and this, that, and the other, But I started seeing that more people are getting in tune with reality. More people are getting in tune with the CDL industry. And more people are going bankrupt and all this. But I've been through this as a youngin', so it's like, I understand the mindset of what a person is going through when it comes to, you know, starting out new in truck driving. So that's all I had to say. I hope I, you know, gave some Jews or dropped some knowledge on some people. But if not, you know, some people might even add, you know, something, some of their experience or something in the comments. So just leave it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? If you have, you know, any ideas for rookie drivers, any suggestions, and just ways to save out here while you're on the road, you know. I think that'd be pretty cool just to help each other out, because sometimes it just seems like everybody for themselves, but really we could be a community, because we really do a lot for the United States of America, between the rails, the air, the trucks on the ground. If everything stopped, America stopped. We really the muscle out here. So that's the way I look at it, because it gives me a reason to do what I do and support my family too. So I'm signing off. It's Big Trucking with Mike Ross. You already know what it is, man. So y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good one. Y'all got any questions, leave it in the comments, and I got you. I'll be back right there to respond, my bad. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm really tired. But I just thought I had to get this off, man. So, all right, I'm out, y'all. Y'all be blessed, man. And all the rookie drivers, get that bag. You already know what it is. Yes, Lord.